That sucks.
Now that I know what kind it is, I'm not really
the opening didn't go.
Oh. Hey, y'all, how goes it? I gotta do a tech thingy. Hey, how goes it? I think I might know why that happened, but let me double.
How's everybody doing? Hope everyone is doing fantastic. Three of us now. Levi and I are both kind of surprised because we thought the opening was going to run and it didn't. But hey, we're live for the evening, kind of hanging out for a little bit. I gotta turn my other light on so it's even lighting. Boop. Okay.
So the intro outros accidentally got set as intro, set as outro.
Everyone is doing fantastic. There's no real reason for us to go live this evening. We're just kind of hanging out. Figured we would. So we both got a chance earlier today. Levi and I watched a couple episodes of Moonrise.
Oh, that's not the only thing we watched. The other day we watched Devil May Cry.
Yeah, and neither of us was particularly.
To give reference, I'm a huge fan of the Devil May Cry games. I'm probably going to go replay them. Here's my review for Devil May Cry. They should have made it a game.
Yep.
That it should have been these epic cutscenes, really cool game. I get why they put it on a streaming service, but to be perfectly honest, it was like watching a game. It would have been epic in a game, but as an anime, it is severely lacking. And within the first 5 minutes, not even that, like the first couple minutes, I think, immediately suspension of disbelief is thrown out the fucking window.
Yeah. It hasn't even been 3 minutes yet, Levi. You're dropping F-bombs. Yeah, we both watching it. We both kind of muted our microphones, looked at each other. We were like, what was that? Like, what the hell? And then it just kept happening over and over again. Like, just inconsistency after inconsistency.
It doesn't get better.
Fun action show.
My Tobias and I watched a few more episodes of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how the VP acts, right? Complete change of character in episode 3 onward.
What?
Complete change of character in episode 3 and onward. Like, he's flip-flops from his character. And like there's 2 voice actors for the VP. And you can tell when it's no longer Kevin. And it's like, I hate to say this. I love Kevin Conroy, and it's really awesome that that this project existed and he got to record some lines.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they should have used any of them, because the voice actor they got to finish the lines or whatever did not do Kevin's voice well enough. That like it is a complete like, is that a different character? I looked up and I was like, that's not the VP. What the heck?
They should have hired Popo.
Yeah.
He said he was going to get those lines for us tonight. So, Leo Spitz, Frieren is my number 1 anime from 2 seasons ago. Is it now? That show, fantastic show. I loved Frieren. Ethan Satterfield. We'll work on it. You don't need to. Anyway, but yeah, Frieren. If you're looking for a slice of life fantasy anime, talking about the life of, a 1,000-year-old elf trying to understand the perspectives of people that don't have that aren't immortal, with some fantastic. It's a character study, slice of life type thing with fantastic battles scattered through it that get more and more up there as the show goes on. Quite possibly the best magic battle I've seen in an anime. In the second or third to last episode.
I'm not gonna say that for fear. I would say.
Did you see the entire series, Levi?
No, but like I've seen like some of the battles and everything. I'll say this. As far as the
if you haven't seen the whole series, you literally do not have a fully formed opinion on the show. Watch the whole series.
I've read the manga.
Great. Watch the whole series.
Okay. Let me finish what I was saying, because you were talking about animation. That's what I was trying to talk about.
All
right. Because I've seen that. Because TikTok gave me fucking spoilers. I'm sorry. I'm not meaning to cuss. I just got done mowing and everything, so like my brain's like. Anyways, so as far as the animation goes, yes, the animation is beautiful, very well done. Personally, from my personal aspect of what I have seen out there, I'm not gonna say it is the best magic battle I have ever seen. I will say, from a current animation standpoint, with that style of animation, it is absolutely phenomenal to watch that type of battle, especially with how clean it is. That was the biggest thing. How clean all the movements are and everything in it. With that being said, I got a slice of life story for you guys, and then we'll talk about Moonrise. Because I think Chris will find this funny. So my kid, Tobias, my youngest, took this to show and tell a while ago. Because he needed something that was memorable, that the family, there was something, an event or something that took place that was memorable for the family. And that was one of them, right? You guys getting us to 100K. And he was like, can I take that and show it? And he said that my dad does YouTube. My dad's, does YouTube and did really well at it. No one wanted to believe him. He brought that. They still didn't believe him because we had to, of course, buy the extra copy. And they said, well, he just bought that. The other day, they were having some type of conversation. YouTube channels got brought up, and they pulled up what they thought was our channel. And Tobias was like, that's not their channel. That's not how you spell villain support. He types it in, and they jaw drop moment of like, oh, he does. And then as to get back, and because like he mentioned, like they stopped talking for like a solid minute, and they're like, oh well, it's just brain rot channel anyways. I'm just like, I know what that was. That was them being like, oh well, I don't care. It's this anyways. it's kids being kids. I just think it is hilarious. Oh hey. Kiddo, can you hear me? No. All right.
So even if you spell villain support wrong on YouTube, villain support, you still just get us. But that's an awesome story. That makes me happy.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny to hear that story. I was like, that's cute. It's whatever. It was one of those things because he doesn't know. My kid's supposed to be bringing me some tea, but they can't seem to find the. I have a jug of tea, but
tea.
Yeah,
I thought it was key, and I'm like, key. I mean, he can also show them the TikTok account, the Facebook account, and the Instagram account.
Yeah, he definitely could like go all out with that, but no, we're not doing that. It's whatever. It's one of those things where like one kid's embarrassed by it and the other kid's really proud about it.
Yeah.
And I find it ironic that the kid that's proud about it, no one wants to believe, and the kid that's embarrassed by it, everyone believes, and it was like, oh, it's so cool. You know?
Yeah.
Hey. Did you look behind? Okay, so it's a big jug of tea. It should be somewhere unless somebody drank it all. And I didn't drink it all. It should have been in the fridge. If it's not in the fridge behind the milk or anything like that, and it's not on the counter or the table, I don't know where the heck it is at that point. Yeah, I'll add the time to your phone. Bye. Might have to just go upstairs and go grab some tea later. Anyways, so Moonrise. Let's talk about Moonrise.
Moonrise was
Full Metal Alchemist plus the original Trigun.
So yeah, Moonrise is the story was written by the guy who wrote Attack on Titan. The character design and animation style is from Full Metal Alchemist. So you've got great animation style, really solid, clear cut, crisp characters. Attack on Titan storyline. There's a couple things that I think are kind of goofy and wonky, like the you know what I'm talking about, the chant bit.
Yeah,
but for the most part, like it's great.
Here's what I'll say.
Super happy with it.
Don't go watch Devil May Cry. Not worth your time. Do go watch Moonrise. Worth your time.
Mm-hmm. Now, that said, Devil May Cry the anime has decent reviews right now. On a number of different review sites. But if you read the reviews, most of them are great battles, good animation. None of them talk about the storyline.
Yeah, because it's crap.
And if you watch it and you pay attention to it, like every 10 minutes, you're like, that doesn't make sense. That contradicts that. You know, like why would that happen with that character when he did this to those characters?
There's a huge animation shift too.
Oh, really?
In one of the episodes, massive animation shift.
Like
two different styles of animation from the original animation they went. Like it was so weird.
Did it just get dramatically worse for a bit?
No, entirely different animation styles. To tell a background story. For the remainder of the episode, yeah. So, and like to describe like their background and what happens in the past, they use a different animation style. And then like in the demon realm, it's a different animation style for that character. It is
that's one of people's complaints about Gurren Lagann in the episode where they first meet Catan. They didn't have the budget for the episode that they wanted. They needed it for later in the story. So the animation, the quality of it drops dramatically, and it looks like you're watching an episode of the Venture Brothers for half of the episode. Like the animation quality drops that much. Like all the faces and bodies are squared off and everything. That happens. There's also, there's episodes of DBZ that you watch where the quality is dramatically worse, and then they up it for a big battle. But there shouldn't be those kinds of quality differences in a 8 or 12 episode long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, here's my thing. You want to tell a background story, tell a background story. You want to do a backstory with a different story, with a different animation, and you want to tell two different characters' backstory at the same time, that's fine. Don't have two entirely different animation styles because the characters have different things happening. There's no point for that. You can do the dark and moody feel and the bright and sunny feel and keep it the same animation. Especially considering that you flip-flop from an animation style that is drastically different from what you started with on both of those ends. It was just like, I was watching, I was like, what the fuck is going on here? What is
I didn't like. I love the voice actor. The voice actor, Johnny Young Bosch. Love him as Ichigo in Bleach. I didn't like the choice they made. About the voice that Dante has. If we're figuring things out correctly, he's in his mid to late 20s. But he's still he kind of sounds like this. Like he's this big, strong guy, but he's got like this like high school type.
He sounds like he still sounds like he's a teenager.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Dante very much acts like that for a grown man child for a good portion of the games too. However, he doesn't freaking sound like that. The first game, he sounds relatively young. Second game, he sounds older because his voice changes as he gets older.
Yeah.
And like they're basing this off of the after the first game. And I'm like, there is some issues here. And it doesn't make sense. The suspension of the, like, I'm gonna give a spoiler here. They should have had reload animations.
Yeah. My first question to Levi about 5 minutes in was, how many bullets are in his normal size clips?
Like, I knew that he used demon energy at one point, but this is a version of him that's not using demon energy.
This is just for,
Yep.
you know, I mean,
and he's not the only one either.
and
Everyone does it throughout the whole show.
they use being out of bullets as a story mechanic to move the story forward. But they run out of bullets when they should have had to reload like 9 times and you don't see it. And it's not like they're off screen long enough where you can assume they did reload. No, you see him fighting for a good straight 5 minutes, firing 97,000 bullets, no reloads, and all of a sudden, click, click, click. Dang it, I'm out.
And then here's a spoiler warning. 3, 2, 1. Dante not being able to dodge after moving and shadow stepping effectively, moving super speed and dodging bullets, can't dodge a grappling hook.
Now I get that the lady he was fighting, they're saying she's like, you know, levels above the guys he just been fighting. That doesn't mean her guns fire faster.
Nor, and I could give way to the initial, like, hit, because Dante being Dante, his ego and everything, the initial, oh, you almost got me. But the pullback of it, absolutely not. He totally could have got that.
He can watch it in slow motion and doesn't just grab it. Like, he's been blocking bullets with his sword and he can't grab a thing on a rope.
And he realized before the thing that went poof was something that that was important to him, and he realized it was missing before they started retracting. At no point in any time could he have not
just reached up and grabbed the rope and been like, "You're not pulling that back."
Yeah. And even if they did and it ran through his hand, they're not getting the item. And that's just, it just was too much. It was, my kid wants to watch the rest of it. I'm going to watch the rest of it with him.
Not to mention, there was the shotgun bit with the healing. The thing nicked his neck, and that just stayed bloody.
It was too inconsistent. They can.
If I'm watching a show and I know I'm watching the show just to enjoy mindless entertainment, I don't care about the story. But Devil May Cry has a defined, well-known, and popular backstory, and what's
mechanics.
the lore to it.
Lore. Oh.
And the lore and all this stuff is that the fans know it. So you watch it for a story, and you've got this overpowered character, and then you have him not act overpowered as a story mechanic to move the story forward. That really irritates me.
What gets me is that, like, they show him overpowered within a few seconds and then depower him within a few seconds. That's actually what bothers me the most. So Colleen's like, never let physics get in the way. Here, let me say this. I could forgive the gun reload animations if they did cuts.
Yeah.
They didn't do cuts. They sat there and let it sit. Okay. It's way too damn much. I could forgive a lot of those mechanics. Dante went from lifting a 500-pound steel beam and tossing it like it's a twig to getting hit by a regular human and it hurting him.
Let's look at it this way. Imagine if there's a Superman movie, right? and he's fighting a bunch of enemies who are empowered with kryptonite. So the whole point is all of their attacks are more effective. It's the only way these normal humans would get near him with the kryptonite. And he still tanks them. But then the main bad guy shows up, empowered the same way, maybe a little bit stronger than the other guys, and all of a sudden wrecks Superman with the same level of kryptonite. It doesn't make any sense.
It's actually worse than that. It is Superman going up against regular people, owning them. Superman going up against another regular person that's slightly got more training and has issues with them, but there's no kryptonite added in there.
Yeah.
At all. That's what it was with Devil May Cry. That's what it was. And I was just like, this is really inconsistent.
We both, within like 5 minutes, were looking at each other like, are you having issues with this? Because I'm having issues with this.
And to say the difference between Moonrise and that is night and day is an understatement. Because it is, animation-wise, it's beautiful animation on both of them. Animation-wise, for Moonrise, there's very obvious budget cuts where no one's moving except their mouths or something like that. But it's done in a way that's like old school. You know what's going on, and it feels kind of okay. Versus like Blue Lock animation style. Whereas Devil May Cry has constant animation. Somebody or something's always moving. Right? Yeah. Which is beautiful. But I'm sorry, I don't care how beautiful it is. I don't care your artistic style choices and stuff like that. You have a horrendous story. There's no continuity here. It's just horrible. Blue Rise is good. You should go watch it.
Thank you, Kane Baker.
Thank you so much. I was checking to see if we needed to read any of that. Thank you again for that. That helps out a lot. But yeah, it's just, who here remembers another thing? Who here remembers Kung Pao? Does anyone
remember it? Not super well.
Yeah. I wound up coming across a TikTok and I had an idea that I thought would be funny that we could realistically do with the Predators. And it is them talking about getting hit. I got to rewatch Kung Pao to like remember what I need to remember of it.
Yeah.
Because there's more than one scene with the squirrel. But I need to watch it and remember it and be like, okay, I can use beaver chucks. That's what it is. Beaver chucks, not squirrel. Beaver chucks. But still, I gotta watch it and like figure out what I can utilize from it. Because it's been so long.
Yeah.
And the way I want to do it is frame it as like a misunderstanding that it's Squirrel Girl, but find out that it was just a guy who had beaver chucks and a squirrel that took the punch for him or something like that. That's what I Gopher Chucks. They were Gopher Chucks. But yeah, I'll have to rewatch it. It's a comedy one, yeah. It's a comedy movie.
It was funny the first time that I saw it. I haven't found it that funny since.
I don't know if I'll be able to watch it again either. Like if I can't rewatch it, there's not gonna be a point to do the video.
Right. That's one of the big struggles of it, yeah, for sure.
Because using the jokes that they use in Kung Pao is like, what do you mean his speech is delayed? Like
it's not delayed. So he's making fun of Kung Pao Enter the Fist is Steve Odekirk doing a bit where he takes footage from an old Chinese kung fu movie from like the 1960s. He digitally inserted himself into it as a character and a couple other people to like have these interesting plot points, but he kept all of the original, like all of the footage. So if they're talking, because if you remember old movies, like old Americanized Chinese movies, so movies from Hong Kong martial arts movies that were brought over to the US and dubbed, they would be like, their mouth would be like, and you would hear something like, "Oh, you think you're tough?" But their mouth isn't stewing. It's, "Oh, you think they're tough?" Like, Levi, move your mouth, and I'll do the voice for you. "Oh, you think you're tough?" It's like that.
But it can come off as delayed speech. That's what the joke is gonna wind up being.
Delayed, or it just doesn't match the mouth movements. And so he also did that with his character. Like he would do something like this, like, and like, "What do you mean?" And it just like it didn't match at all. And it was compounding the humor of that, making fun of it. It was funny, but it was so fucking weird.
I gotta say that I love Kung Fu Hustle way more, and I think that has a much larger cult following.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna take a look at Kung Pao Enter the Fist, because it's in that realm of like just ridiculousness, and I'd love to take a look at it and see if I can justify making the video on it. Because if I can't rewatch it, if I can't stand rewatching it, I don't want to make a video on it based off of a couple things that I somewhat remember, because I'm going to have somebody call me out on it. You are silent. I don't know what I am saying. I am just talking. I have forgotten that my mic might have been muted.
Sorry, I had a kid calling me. Yes, 53 Rogue. It's just it's the whole point of Kung Pao was it was supposed to be a poorly dubbed Chinese movie, and the whole thing was done that way on purpose.
Yeah. But yeah, I will. I don't know where I'm going to be able to watch that. I don't want to spend $4 to watch it.
I have no clue where it's available, honestly.
Please let this link. Oh, that doesn't work. Damn.
You can watch it on Amazon Prime for $4.
Yeah, I know.
Or YouTube for $4. It does not appear to be available anywhere for free.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can find it. Just give me.
I'm sure you can too. I'm sure that you can adopt it.
Let's see here. What's that? Oh, I forgot the. Is it over here, maybe? I totally spaced the online library thing. What is that?
Online library thing.
Wayback Machine. That's what it is.
Oh! You think you're going to find it in the Wayback Machine?
There's a good chance, yeah.
The whole movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, found it. Oh, it's just a matter of which one of these works.
Donald Mole said he found it, but you need to message him privately.
No, I'm good.
I'm
more than capable. Donald, I am more than capable of finding it, and
I had no clue that you could find full movies on the Wayback Machine. I had no clue that you couldn't find full movies on the Wayback Machine.
Yeah, I totally didn't find Flubber or Atlantis: The Lost Empire on there either, and download them. Did not do that at all whatsoever. I like Tony.
Well, I've got a link from Donald if you want it, Levi.
Oh, I found it.
Okay.
I got a working link.
Sounds good.
Yep. Not gonna play that sound. That sound will get us copyrighted.
What sound?
The 20th Century Fox sound.
Yeah, definitely don't play that sound.
Oh goodness. So to everyone here, we're currently waiting on voice acting. We don't have any videos scheduled. Although I do have part of the new Stitch next part of Stitch written up. There's still like a huge chunk that we need to write up because it would make more sense to do a similar thing with the 40K, so that there's a reason for this big chunk of no Stitch and everything.
Right.
And I can even rewrite it once we write that first chunk up. But Predator videos are taking off.
Yep.
On every social.
Yep.
So
more Predator videos. James Shanty, that was my game in 1996 through 98 when I was in high school.
Can someone go back and clip just how disinterested in like not wanting to do it Chris was? More Predator videos. You're like, I kind of don't want to do this.
My issue with the Predator videos is just we've done so many of them.
I don't mind going back to it when I want to go back to it, right?
Yeah.
But when we and this was just random. So Chris had a couple on this day videos he posted, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot to make a short of Predator versus Lucky Guy. And they are doing really well. And periodically, both of us will have a funny idea and do a Predator video. We have lore that involves the Predators. But there is the thing that we've done a lot. Like if you search, you can no longer, like if you Google Predators versus, there is a very high chance that you will find us on there.
You cannot get away from villain support.
There's people who do Predators videos, and then there's us,
right?
who just keep kicking them in the mud.
Maybe we should just rename our channel CEO of Predator Videos.
But they're fun videos.
Yeah.
So here's the thing: there are 4, I think maybe 5 videos where the Predators have won, but I don't want to continue that series of of Predators winning currently until we have the lore out, because that will make it much funnier to be like, hey, Chris, or hey, John, by the way, some of them have won, and John goes, what? We need to find them. We need their DNA. we need to fix this. They are the. I knew it. I didn't screw up.
I knew my faith wasn't misplaced.
John, this is 5 out of how many billion? Shut up. It is kind of funny when you think about it.
We could totally do the first time the Predators meet the aliens.
So here's the big thing, and somebody pointed this out to me. We have, as of date, anytime we make a new video that's supposed to be like further on down the line, we are done with them. Both of us act like that in the skits constantly. Yeah. So if we have to remember that if we do that, it's back. We got to rewind ourselves a little bit.
Yeah.
And I have no problem doing that. I think if it's Predators versus Aliens, that is a really old one. And I made it lore that we created the aliens, by the way. There was a loophole.
You did?
Yeah. There was I looked up how they were made and everything, And there was a hole, because technically speaking, the Predators helped come up with them, blah, blah, blah. But there was a hole where we could have inserted us in it. And that's what I did. I had a little, I don't have it on my desk right now, but a little model of a face hugger. And there's a small video where I make a comment towards it. And so there's that lore that we are the reason why the aliens exist.
Wasn't it the engineers in their lore, the engineers that made the
yeah, as a means to go and find a worthy opponent. And I believe the way I put it, I'd have to look it up. If somebody knows that one, you're gonna have to point it to me, because I don't remember which video it is. So I don't know exactly what I said, but I'm pretty sure I used the loophole that was available at the time, mind you.
Yeah.
So if that's changed since then, I can't help that.
Right.
Oh, I could totally do the Thanos versus the Doctor. That needs to be voice acted, though. This is here's a problem too. Like, I keep having ideas, but most of them need voice acting
To be good, yeah.
It's not even like to be good. It's just like, if you take the voice out of it, you can still kind of get the joke, but you'd have to rearrange and like basically repeat what they say. Like Thanos saying, I've taken out entire planets and snapped half of all life. I don't care if you snapped half of all life. Do you have access to the mortality index? What's that? And like, you know, you don't get the what's that and reaction and stuff like that. And so it kind of like kneecaps you.
Right.
In
really
some of the videos. Oh, fuck that. Damn it.
Huh. Weyland Yutani is one of the most evil corporations in history. There's no reason why we can't put ourselves behind them.
Yeah. But
you can literally say to them like, listen, Mr. Weyland, this can't be traced back to us. It has to be your product. What is the mortality index?
If Doctor Who mortality indexed, I think it's mortality
I guess
index.
I can Google it.
Fatality index, not mortality.
Fatality index?
Yeah. Basically, it's basically the version of like, oh shit, you fucked up moment for anyone that looks up the Doctor, because he has quite literally annihilated entire species.
Gotcha.
So like, there's Thanos. I snapped whole life half the universe. Yeah, no.
Oh. Okay. This says here, Misty was sent in. This is the wiki.
Yeah.
Misty was sentenced to death by the species from Carnathon. In accordance with the Fatality Index, the 12th Doctor was chosen to carry out the execution.
And he doesn't. He decides to look it up there, and how many beings were killed by a single individual, and it just keeps going.
And the number of deaths made them flee in terror.
Yeah. So it's that idea of like Thanos, this guy who has seen and caused so much death, and you get the Doctor, and it's like, dude, I don't care what you think you've done. Look this guy up. I originally wanted to do this same type of skit with the Predators, but I could not find a good way to do it. I didn't like it, is what it boiled down to. And this is so much funnier having Thanos, somebody well known for destroying a ton
half the life in all the universe.
Yeah. It's called. And there's even a sound clip that I can use of it going whatever, and I can talk during the sound. So my idea is
that the sound of the fatality index?
Yeah, it's literally just a bunch of beeps. You just hear a bunch. Like I'll grab it off the show. Is
Okay.
what I'll do. Do you have access to the fatality index? What's that? And then I explain what it is. Here, take a look at your entry. See, I knew I was better than that matchstick man.
You don't even need to have the doctor voiced in it. You can just
Nope. I don't need the doctor's voice. I just need Thanos. Now look up the doctor, and we hear the sound.
Weird. So there's a comment here on Twitch from Restoring Lateness, whatever, and
ban that, delete that.
I can't ban it. Twitch comments don't have the 3 dots.
Oh shoot, Levi Markin. Crap. It was showing 3 dots for me, but it was the wrong one. I gotta fix that. How do I fix that? Where do I go? Community settings.
I don't think he's on Twitch.
No, he was on
YouTube.
Yeah.
Twitch comments don't have the 3 dots. So we can't block it.
Oh no. Oh no. Poor Levi. Fixed. Oh no.
When he pops back in, we're so sorry. We were trying to ban a bot from Twitch, and we right as you clicked on the comment, someone else made a comment and it kicked it up real quick.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Is like it went, and I really hope Levi pops back in. He's a long time viewer.
I know. Levi Markin, please come back.
this is we don't have a way to message Levi.
We did not ban you on purpose. It happened on accident. This is why YouTube needs a messaging system. Okay. Levi Markin, good, you're here.
I'm sorry, that was my bad.
We were trying to ban a bot on Twitch, and right as Levi clicked on the 3 dots to ban the bot, the comment kicked up, and he accidentally banned you.
Levi banned Levi. The betrayer. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. But yeah, so the fatality index. So I would explain it. And Thanos goes, see, I knew I was better than the matchstick man. Look up the doctor. We hear the sound. I think it's glitched. Nope. The sound keeps playing. This can't be right. We hear the doctor a good man line, and I can literally take that line from the show. Yeah. It's your choice, Thanos, but even Mr. Rogers would throw hands if it meant protecting the innocent. But he'd rather sit and talk. So we still hear the sound, but it gets cut off. I think I'd be willing to listen, at least until he leaves my ship. Well, snap! You listened. I like having my end comment being well, snap.
So, Stephen Lockie, because we use StreamYard to stream, all the comments from Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook all come up in one feed for us. And so it just shows in the feed next to the username what platform they're on. So if I have a comment moused over a Twitch comment and someone else comments, it pops the whole feed up one. And if I'm in the middle of clicking on a comment and the feed pops up, I can hit the wrong one on accident.
Overlord, here's the thing. You don't need to allow the doctor to even talk. The moment you learn who the doctor really is, you've already lost. And the doctor is so ridiculous with plot armor, I'm going to be honest, you lost the moment he walked into the room. Now, I'm not saying the doctor can't be beaten. He has been beaten in his own show. And then he's come back. And then they regretted that. but we got to do a Predator video. We got to put out a Predator video. So the question is what Predator video do we want to do? I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to do a Home Alone video to anyone that's about to drop Home Alone again. I've done plenty of videos, and they have stood the test of time. None of the Kevin videos that either me or Chris have done since the original one have ever lived up to that original hype, and even the repost of that one didn't live up to its hype.
No.
That was definitely one of those a product of its time videos.
It was the moment, and it was the fact that someone else was asking who wins, Kevin or the Predator, and then the question of how much prep time does Kevin get? That question right there, and then the answer to it. That's what made that video work.
And don't get me wrong, the Home Alone videos have been a fun series to do. And I didn't even mean for it to be a series. It was just one of those things where I'd get an idea, I'd have a little fun with it. The video always did well enough to justify another video at some point in time, but never well enough for me to justify jumping on the bandwagon and having Chris jump on the bandwagon and let's make it like go ham on this, right? Yeah. It's always been, oh, that did like 30,000 plus views over the course of a week. That's not bad. And that's at the time, or a video that's much higher. So like the Kevin McAllister versus the Predators again, which I think is what the latest video I did. 11,000 views, $35. That's not horrible for a 3-minute and 22-second video. That is justifiably enough to drop another Kevin video if I wanted to, but no time frame on it.
Yeah.
Predator versus Dragon. I think we've done Predator. No, you know what?
What?
I think the last time you did it was a long time ago.
Probably, yeah.
Goku. No, did you not do an actual Predator versus Goku?
I don't think I have.
Okay, so
it would have to be Predator versus. I mean, like Predator versus Kid Goku. Original Dragon Ball. Kid Goku would kill Predator.
Honestly, I think it was one of those things where it was such a ridiculous idea to even think about doing one of those that I'm not sure. I have done Predator versus Doctor Who twice, I think. Either way, this is the big thing, is like people will do a suggestion and I'll be like, I'm pretty sure we've done that. And we have. When you've done so many of a specific type of video, that's another issue that we've had with the Predators. It's not that we can't do another video, but they are literally the same for most of them. They are the same format of some kind. They are stupid hilarity. And this is just my own honest opinion. I love you all for watching the hour-long compilation. It is the same video.
What?
The hour-long compilation of the Predators versus series. It is, okay, who are you fighting now? Who are you fighting
Pretty much,
now? Yeah. And we do a damn good job
of that format. Yeah.
Vampire the Masquerade, right, Jen? That's good. That's a good idea. I've got an idea. I've got an idea for a video now. I gotta get set up for it though.
Thank you, Jen P.
And thank you for the donation too. Yes. Jen just gave me an idea for a video. I just need to get set up
You
for
enchant a silver dog whistle to damage and repel a lichen. Does it do bleed damage too because it's a silver instrument? So my understanding is that the silver actually has to touch the lichen, correct?
Okay, so here's the thing. In game format, yes, that is accurate. However, enchanted items are a little bit different.
So if you got an enchanted silver bow and fired regular arrows out of it,
there's a possibility that it could carry that enchantment of silver vein or something with it. Yes.
Interesting.
It all depends on the type of enchantment, and I'm going to have fun with the video real quick based on that. What is a famous werewolf that I won't hate?
The Beast of Gévaudan.
Okay.
Oh, you mean like fame? Okay. Lucian from Underworld.
Yes. Thank you. That's what I needed. I need to look him up real quick though. Need to remember him. Ah, yes. Did Lucian die? Lucian died, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think he died in the end of the first movie.
Okay, so I haven't.
Lucian's the one who knows about the guy who's the Corvinus's heir or whatever.
I could just say a werewolf. I'm just gonna keep it. It's werewolf. Everyone knows werewolves. I'll just keep it really, really plain and simple. All right, I'm gonna mute you. I gotta clean the lens.
They did prequels for the Underworld movies. I know they did sequels.
Oh wow, I can go ultra high def. I didn't realize that. No, I'll just keep it like this. Okay.
Thank you, Sam the Nuker. Those videos are super fun to make.
Oh shit! There. And okay, I get that you're a werewolf and you may not like dog whistles, but I really don't see how a dog whistle of any kind is going to hurt you. Well, I mean, unless it's a silver dog whistle shut down.
I heard about that movie. I forgot that movie.
Like
I did hear about that. Yeah,
big, bad, strong werewolf. I'm not going to speak up. I don't need to speak up. How is your ears bleeding from a... I think I might know what's happening. I'm not speaking up. Again, just get away. You are a werewolf. Run. Right in pain. Right. Run! I can't... Fetch! Fetch, boy! Fetch! There we go. Take... No. Hey, I can't hear... Did he take... No, he didn't take the phone. That's an enchanted whistle. Wonder how we can market that. I don't like it. Part of it's there. It's there. The idea is there. I'm
there.
Oh my god, that's my in right there.
What? Oh, Gary? It's a Gary movie. Gary movie.
I don't care how many werewolves you have trapped. We're not okay. We're not buying them. We're not in the dog business, and we're not in the werewolves. Gary, there are some other concerns I have here with that. So are they dogs that turn into werewolves, or it doesn't matter. It doesn't. No. Gary, I have a much more pressing question for you. How did you capture a bunch of werewolves. You broke vampire bitch. So my next question is how you could afford a silver whistle. And then follow up, what makes the silver whistle allow you to damage or hurt / capture the werewolves? Gary, saying something is enchanted does not give me enough information. Also, how could you afford an enchanted silver whistle? And silver lace sonic waves? How does that even make sense? I just said that out loud. Okay. I need you to bring the whistle in. Because, Gary, you owe us money and you... Gary? That snake! John! I don't like that one either. It's there, though. I don't think I can do this one.
We're not.
No, I can. Did you like that take?
To be honest, I wasn't listening. I'm in the middle of writing a script.
No, you're good.
Sorry. Plot out the storyline of it real quick for yourself.
So a normal whistle isn't going to do a werewolf any type of harm whatsoever. You're a werewolf. I don't see how any type of whistle is going to do you harm other than annoy you. I understand it's a dog whistle and you have heightened sense of hearing. Cover your ears. Use some ear protection. And then what type of dog whistle is causing you to bleed from your ears? It's like you're taking real life bardic damage at that point. And yeah, no, played around with an idea once, but I don't see how it could have been executed. Enchanted silver dog whistle. Well, if it's enchanted with like bardic magic, which would be difficult to do, I can see it kind of doing that type of damage to you. But no, I don't have anything for the constant ringing in your ear now. That's tetanus, and you're just gonna have to live with that, or tetanitis, or whatever. Point being, get away from the dog whistle. Maybe wear some headphones. First, we need to figure out who's doing it. Some vampire? Well, that makes sense. Vampires, werewolves notoriously don't get along in a lot of different... You loaned a vampire money. I'm going to give you a call back. Give me one moment. Yeah. Hey, Gary. Where'd you get the enchanted whistle from, boy? I don't like that one.
That sounded very like 19.
Hey, Gary. Boy. I've got a quick question for you. Instead of paying us back, you took a loan from a werewolf and bought an enchanted dog whistle. Gee, I wonder how I found out. It's an enchanted silver dog whistle. And they're a werewolf. Who do you think they're going to call when they have a problem? Gary, why do you even need that? I think I kind of leave it at that. I think that's the button. Okay, I got you unmuted. Better.
I did like that one a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You did like that one a lot?
I did. Yes.
Okay.
That's a good question though, because doesn't silver affect vampires also?
Yeah. So he's doing damage himself to blow the whistle. Yeah, it brings up the next question of like, how is he blowing the whistle? Let other people.
Yeah, calls in. Hey, John, my lips feel weird.
Maybe it's that enchanted dog whistle you've been blowing.
Right? Using. Not blowing.
Wax candy lips. Yeah, he forgot to coat it in wax. He's using a balloon. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah, he's using somebody else to blow it. Yeah, there's a lot of different options for that. Let other people have fun with figuring that one out. Okay, I got that uploaded to Dropbox. We'll grab that real quick and take a look at it. There's an awesome thing about doing improv. I love doing these improv type of videos. You know, working out how you want it to be. Gary, you shouldn't be a whistleblower. If you weren't a whistleblower, you wouldn't have had these problems. Yeah, it doesn't kill. Silver does not kill them or hurt them enough to like do permanent damage. Like this is going to be like a bad sunburn for Gary.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So we're going to pull it up. We're going to take a look at it in a moment. And this is very raw. Let's put it in the editor actually and take a look at it. That way I can cut out the part. Once everything loads. There we go. We haven't done a Gary the Broke Vampire video in a hot minute too, so I don't know if this is going to do.
So a normal whistle isn't going to do a werewolf any type of harm whatsoever. You're a werewolf. I don't see how any type of whistle is going to do you harm other than. I understand.
Yeah, I think it's right there. I start. Okay, so let's present the screen. We'll take a look at it. You're a werewolf. I don't see how any type of whistle is going to do you harm other than annoy you. I understand it's a dog whistle and you have heightened sense of hearing. Cover your ears. Use some ear protection. And then what type of dog whistle is causing you to bleed from your ears? It's like you're taking real life bardic damage at that point. And yeah, no, played around with an idea once, but I don't see how it could have been executed. Enchanted silver dog whistle. Well, if it's enchanted with like bardic magic, which would be difficult to do, I can see it kind of doing that type of damage to you. But no, I don't have anything for the constant ringing in your ear now. That's tetanus, and you're just going to have to live with that. Or tetanitis, or whatever. Point being, get away from the dog whistle. Maybe wear some headphones. First, we need to figure out who's doing it. Some vampire? Well, that makes sense. Vampires, werewolves notoriously don't get along in a lot of different. You loaned a vampire money. That's a long pause. I'm going to give you a call back. Give me one. Yeah. Okay. I can make this better.
Okay.
I know. I'm going to run with an idea, but I got to get everything set up again. Still needs to start out the same way. Got to mute you real quick. You're a werewolf. I don't see how a dog whistle is honestly going to do you any real damage other than annoy you. And I'm sorry, it caused you to writhe in pain and bleed from the ears. That's like some bardic level. Oh. Well, I played it with an idea once about making an enchanted silver dog whistle, but I didn't know exactly how to execute it. I guess somebody found a way to possibly enchant it with bardic magic of some kind or something. I wouldn't say it's my fault. First of all, who would be even targeting you? You loaned a vampire money. Well, you loaned a vampire money? You loaned a vampire money. Is his name Gary by chance? It was a lucky guess. Totally lucky. I will take care of this. I don't want it. I mean, no. You damn broke vampiric. Hey, Gary. Do me a favor. No, I'm not. I don't. Where did you find an enchanted dog whistle? You bought a silver whistle and had it enchanted. With what money? That is some cojones. You literally used the money that you borrowed from the werewolf to enchant the dog whistle to then go back after. That is probably the smartest thing I've ever heard you do. And yet at the same time, it is simultaneously the stupidest. Do you think a lone wolf, a lone shark wolf, whatever you want to, a were shark? Oh, wow. Gary. Oh, Gary. You are in so much trouble. I love that one. That's the thing. That's the button right there. That's the good one. I'm gonna watch it on my phone before I transfer, but I think that's the take. I love the realization. So we borrowed money from a lichen shark. Yeah. I like that one. That's a good one. Literally use the money you borrowed from the werewolf to enchant the dog whistle to then go back after. That is probably the smartest thing I've ever heard you do. And yet at the same time, it is simultaneously the stupidest thing. A lone a lone shark wolf, whatever you want to wear shark. That's Gary. Oh, Gary. You were in so much. I love how it transfers. Yeah. I love that. That's the video. That's a really good take. I love that.
I like that too.
At that point, you then can pop onto that and add to it. If it does well enough, I suppose. Just the realization of where shark. Of like, oh, you screwed up. So 10:15. That one. 10:26. That should be the correct one. Yeah, that one. Okay. Yeah, I'll download that and get that edited. I have no idea. Werewolf versus an enchanted silver dog whistle, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's just keep it nice and simple. Because it's not until the end, like that first minute is good. Just the first minute is really good. It's not until it's not until after that first minute you find out it's Gary, and then like our regular viewers would be like, "It's Gary!" I can't wait to make the comic. That would be an excellent one right there. Gary the broke vampire going out and buying.
Yeah,
a chance that's only honestly a few panels of the comic, but then you get the. I guess you're wondering how I got myself into this situation. So Gary borrowed from the lichen from lichen the lichen shark. Yes. Oh. You know, CapCut has a screen record option now.
Really?
Yeah. Like one of the reasons that we didn't do a bunch of stuff in CapCut, everyone, from the desktop versions, even though like we have the necessary equipment to like fine tune a bunch of different things. Well, it's because it didn't allow it, but now it does. And DaVinci it can do that too, but like it's you got to do a bunch of different things for that.
You're a werewolf. I don't see.
We're going to fix that audio real quick. That's so loud.
You're a werewolf. I don't see how a dog whistle is honestly going to do you any real damage with an annoying. I'm sorry, it caused you to writhe in pain. Oh, whatever. Oh, Gary, you are in so much trouble.
I love that. I've got to share this with you because like that moment is so awesome to see. This isn't glazing myself or propping myself up. I just love the way that came out. A lone shark wolf, whatever you want to. A were-shark. Oh wow, that's Gary. Oh Gary. You are in so much trouble. I love that. I don't care who would have acted that.
Yeah.
If we would have had that same tonal
That was,
shift.
oh, Gary. Oh, Gary. That was really good.
Why so much echo? The reason why there's a lot of echo is because I had my mic on and he has his mic on and he's listening to his, so it's like a bunch of echoing. If I turn my mic off and he turns his mic off and I play it, there's zero echo. But that's a speaker thing and us not wanting to turn our mics off at the same time. Stop sharing. So I will I'll get that edited later. We're gonna pay attention to the chat. Chris, what are you working on right now?
The Predator Tribble one.
Are you rewriting it again?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I gotta zoom in for this. I need you guys all to understand this. This has got to be the 7th or 8th rewrite of this.
It's only the 5th.
So I thought we had a relatively we would have had to introduce a new character. Are you changing it because you don't have somebody to do that character?
No. But I'm going to get Alec to play the character.
Do we want to green screen him?
No need to. Think about the number of people who get millions of views on sketches that are supposed to take place on spaceships that are in their bedrooms.
True.
There's no need.
There's no need to think about it too much.
No.
Levi is thinking. Levi is thinking of the type of video quality and stuff like that.
Right.
The biggest thing with us is that like when we shoot our stuff, when we film currently,
I didn't think about that.
It feels like that's the biggest thing is that it feels like an office. It feels like something like that. So there's nothing wrong with us green screening him. It just he needs to do something with a background that's of a color different than whatever he's wearing. He doesn't need to have a green screen background.
Yeah.
And because I know the type of character that you're going for. Everyone here doesn't. But I think Alec would do that really good. I think Josh would have done an amazing job on it as well. I think Josh is more set up for it though.
Probably, yeah.
And given the last time, the quality of video that we got from Alec makes awesome TikTok videos. He is an actor that does really well with the roles that he's given. The quality of video compared to what we have in like just the video quality, not even like how his acting is in that video. The video quality was substantially different than your other one.
Because he's using an iPhone 8. That's why he hasn't been able to upgrade his phone.
What phone what's your old iPhone?
12.
Would you be opposed?
It's not in great shape.
Oh, never mind.
I wish it was.
You knew exactly where I was coming from.
Oh yeah, I totally did. I mean, honestly, the screen's cracked a little bit, and if you went in and got a new SIM card and had a new battery put into it.
If I hadn't been in his lives, I wouldn't have known how much he makes and where that money goes to.
Mm-hmm.
He makes more than us on TikTok, by the way.
I'm sure he does, because he's live almost every night.
It's not just the lives; it's like in general.
Yeah.
But it's like he spent a lot of it on like vet bills and stuff like that, so I know where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Do you think do you want to send him a message real quick?
About what?
Honestly, just be like, hey, I've got a part for you, but I've got a quick question. Like, what are you currently filming on?
Yeah.
Just be honest about it. Be like, I've got a part for you, but what are you currently filming on? Because if he's not opposed to getting, an older iPhone with a cracked screen, that he could at least upgrade his, like, if he doesn't already have an upgrade, because I don't know if he has or not.
So this is also kind of like my family's backup phone in case someone else's phone dies.
Oh yeah, okay, I get where you're coming from. But like the older his stuff gets, the worse that situation's gonna get for him.
I know.
And honestly, Josh or Alec could play that part. I would love to give that part to Popo because I've seen like he has an outfit. But at the same time, I don't think Popo has the room.
No.
To film that.
No, he doesn't. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't need to be like. Are you talking about like a room or the space?
The space.
Doesn't matter. What would say he could be in a closet? Doesn't matter.
I don't know if he would be like. I've seen him be goofy enough.
This isn't a goofy character anymore.
No, it's not no longer a goofy character.
No.
Can you send me a synopsis of what the character's like real quick?
No.
You cannot?
Yeah, I can. So it's just a scientist. He's just a guy in R&D.
So we don't need any special like hardcore acting or anything like that.
Don't need acting. You don't need a crazy wig. They don't need to be a wild and out there bad scientist type or anything. He just needs to be just a dude who works in R&D who's just calling John to give him an update. Here, I'll share the script with you. It's just this one's just nice and straightforward.
Is it in the drive?
Nope. Okay. I'll just present it.
All right. Melanie, good night to all, and to all, good night. Good night. Oh yeah, it is like 10:30. It's a Sunday too.
Yeah, it's 10:30 out here, but
we filmed one thing at least. And we're writing another one.
So here we go. You play Bill. I'll be John and Napa.
All right. Overlord, I will reach back out to you about this. I want to answer this later. All
right. So Bill and support is John.
John, it's Bill in R&D. That Predator improvement project you had us run worked like a charm.
Great. I thought it would. How much stronger did it make them?
None. They're the same strength as before.
I had Napa deliver you the file describing how to triple muscle density without increasing its size. They should be stronger, faster, etc.
That is not the file that Nappa gave me.
What file did Nappa give you?
Saving endangered species with triple DNA.
Is there a reason that you didn't call me to ask? Are you sure?
Nappa said you were in a bad mood that day, and it sounds like you still are.
Oh, I'm in a bad mood today, too.
Shit.
How many predators did you modify?
10 of them?
Are they still here by chance?
2 weeks ago they were. No, we released them.
Shit. The 2 weeks old shouldn't be there.
No, we released them 7 days ago.
So how many triple predators are there?
Carry the 2,143,588,800 and honestly, this number should interrupt right here. That would be so funny for you to interrupt right there.
Okay.
Like right at the 88,000, like they're trailing off, and you like interrupt it.
And then 8. Yeah. Please tell me you can turn the triple DNA off.
Of course.
Do it now.
Done.
Thank you, Bill. Going forward, please call me anytime Nappa brings you anything.
Will do.
Nappa! What did I do? You... Never mind. It's too late to yell at you about it. Remember the Predator Do Not Hunt list? Yeah. Send that out again. Change the title to Absolutely Do Not Hunt with absolutely in all caps. Okay, but that's just going to make them hunt those targets harder. Yeah, I know. We need to reduce our numbers fast.
I would scroll up a bit. Can we time this real quick?
Yeah. Come on, phone. 3, 2, 1, go. Bill and support this, John.
John, it's Bill and R&D. That Predator improvement project you had us run worked like a charm.
Great. I thought it would. How much stronger did it make them?
None. They're the same strength as before.
I had Nappa deliver you the file describing how to triple muscle density without increasing its size. They should be stronger and faster.
That is not the file that Nappa gave me.
What file did Nappa give you?
Saving endangered species with triple DNA.
Is there a reason you didn't call me to ask? Are you sure?
Nappa said you were in a bad mood that day.
Oh, I'm in a bad mood today, too.
Yeah, I can tell.
How many predators did you modify?
10 of them.
Are they still here by chance?
No, we released them 7 days ago.
So how many triple predators are there now?
Carry the 2,143,588,000.
Please tell me you can turn the triple DNA off.
Of course.
Okay, do it now.
Done.
Thank you, Bill. Going forward, please call me anytime Nappa brings you anything.
Will do.
Nappa, what did I do? You... Never mind. It's too late to yell at you about it. Remember the Predator Do Not Hunt list? Yeah. Send it out again. Change the title to Absolutely Do Not Hunt with absolutely in all caps. Okay, but that's just going to make them hunt those targets harder. Yeah, I know. We need to reduce their numbers fast. Minute 46. Probably 2 minutes with timing, etc. We rushed through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. You're right. We don't.
Not to mention that this could be a little bit better. In the original script, there was a mix-up in the files, right?
Same thing here. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't see that in this.
Yeah, we do.
We see it, but we don't see the reason why Nappa screwed up this badly. Nappa screwing up is one thing. The reason why Nappa screwed up needs to be present in this. Otherwise, it is
because
just
he mixed up the words. He mixed up the words tribble and tribble.
Yeah. And we don't see like saving, we just see him saving endangered species with tribble DNA. We don't see the reason as to why he screwed up giving the wrong file. And like, I get it for everyone here. For a throwaway skit, it doesn't matter. But this isn't a throwaway skit. This is explaining the reason why there's so many predators. So I would like it, and this is me, and this is John has oversight on this and everything, but I personally would like to see the reason as to why Nappa would have made this screw up, because we still made Nappa semi-competent. He screws up from now and now and then, but there's usually a reason why the screw up happened. And last time it was because Levi also handed him something to go and deliver.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the sketch. Wait, so this is Court Media. Is this Co-Villains? Hold on.
It was always Tribble, right? Found it.
Where?
Discord. You can actually search, and then you
it's
can
Discord.
Tribble.
Okay. In general or what?
You can just type in the search bar and it'll search all tabs. But if you just type in Tribble, you'll see 12/16/2024. You did that one.
That's not the script. That's just. It kind of is.
Yep.
You're right. It is. All right. Let me.
And this goes into like Nappa even doing the calculations instead of the scientist doing it. And I think that's
right. We were going to have Nappa be a polymath.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
So I love the scientist part. So at that point, go back into the script that you've got real quick.
Oh shit! Hold on. I copied it and didn't save. God damn it. Copy, paste. There we go. What did you say?
So in the script, there's a point where you ask him how many it is.
Yeah.
Instead, have the scientist say, "Well, that's going to take a while to calculate," and then Nappa interjects right away. Well, at the rate, blah blah blah, it would be this. Have him just like do that real quick, and at that point, we can get that really funny moment of both Levi and Chris just silently looking at Nappa and going, "What?" Or we can have the scientist say that line, but still introduce the whole planet, them needing to be on a separate planet. But that kind of goes a little too far, if I'm to be honest. I think letting Nappa calculate how many tribbles there were allows us to have a much smoother transition, and we don't have to worry about this planet that has all these predators on it.
Right.
We can scrap that bit and just have it be that, you were yelling, well, how many predator tribbles are there now? And then Nappa, you getting that tone is like, well, it's going to take me a while to calculate. Well, then get back to me. And then Nappa goes, oh, it'd be this number. And like Nappa and Levi just go, what? That's not what a polymath is.
What?
Steven was like, that's not what a polymath is.
What is a polymath?
A person of wide-ranging knowledge of learning.
Oh, okay. That's not Nappa.
No. Savant in math would probably be better. A very learned or talented person, especially one distinguished in a particular field of science or the arts. A person who has an exceptional aptitude in one particular field. I believe savant would fit better.
That's right. Levi also asks Nappa to return a file.
Yep. And that's how he got them confused.
Yep.
What the original skit had us doing all of that, and this is just the how it happened. And we could literally do a cutaway of you asking, like, Nappa, how'd you even do that, make that mistake? And Nappa going, and we can have a cutaway of Levi going, hey, Nappa, can you take this blank file? And then go back, you could have that cutaway moment inserted there as a flashback. There are two things we do not use for gene engineering: xenomorphs and tribbles. Idiot savant, yeah. Nappa's like anti-polymath. We've combined a lot of things with tribbles as a fun gag. You have a good night, Bay Panda.
Good night, Bay Panda.
Jeremy's like, there are three things you don't use for gene engineering: tribbles, xenomorphs, and mogwai. That could be a video of itself. It's like, there are okay, right. We have got to never add things to tribble DNA, and then later on,
who would be a fun fictional scientist to say works in R&D instead of just the name Bill?
I was going to suggest somebody from the guy from Minions, but no, he exclusively works for Gru.
Doofenshmirtz.
No. No, not even Doc Brown.
Washu. We need to get a girl to play Washu, or just a voice. Do you know who Washu is, Levi?
Yeah, I know who Washu is. But I'm not sure that would work.
Or Mandark.
I feel like Mandark would probably fit better. But it'd be a matter of getting somebody that could voice Mandark. Same thing with
Josh can do it.
But Washu is, huh?
I bet you Josh can do it.
Oh yeah, probably, yeah. But Washu wouldn't work given everything that happens with the character. Mandark would fit better for sure. I would love it if change the line at the end where you're going to say is like, next time, give me a call for sure. Change that slightly to, next time, if you don't call me to ask for sure, you can consider your employment terminated, your probation terminated. Make like somehow have it in there that he's like a new employee and just avoided you based on rumor alone. I think that would be hilarious because that opens it up to have different people, different scientists in R&D periodically. And that's why everything is so chaotic. Mojo Jojo. Yeah, we could do a Mojo Jojo eventually too. Yeah, we could have Rick be part of it at some point. Dr. Evil from Austin Powers. Dr. Evil from Austin Powers is a client, not our own researcher. Mandark is a type of character that makes a bunch of stuff himself, but would still totally go and do a summer job somewhere in order to grab more tech. Yeah, you could do Pinky and the Brain, but they would totally be constantly trying to take over. Still a Kirby Furby from R&D. The Doctor from Doctor Who wouldn't work. Nah, Rick would avoid villain support. Like, no, Rick wouldn't avoid villain support so much as he would call out the absurdity of villain support. Yeah, and it does depend on which Rick. Yeah, but that gets into the like massive quantity of like, do we want to deal with that? It's much cooler if we could create a specific R&D character, and I'm guessing the name Bill probably came from Bill and Build Crew, or just a name that you decided to pick at random. But having a specific character that we can then reference, that's our own character, is really cool. Because then we can bring that character back as many times as we want, versus a known character where every time we bring them back, it is you're dealing with this character, right? I like the idea of creating our own character because it just gives us more freedom. But when we're doing a skit like this, we're having a pre-established character that people could latch onto and recognize, would make a mistake like this and avoid somebody like John. Mandark fits that. Mandark fits that to a T. We'll create an OC character down the line. But it's also one of those things where I'm going to have to get comfortable with playing other characters. Is what it boils down to. And I need to figure out which character would best benefit the channel as a reoccurring character that I can play. If that's R&D, that's R&D. If that's HR character, that's an HR character. We need to find a character that I can play and add something to the channel. Yeah, Leo, we've discussed Syndrome from The Incredibles before. Definitely a possibility because like it's one of those open characters that you could technically use. Victor Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein's has this very specific characteristic, but we could definitely use that character as a scientist. Chris?
What? Who?
Victor Frankenstein?
I don't think he would know how to do it. Maybe.
It's something that we can always reach back on to later. Haven't flinch anytime he says Edna Edna mode. Orochimaru. Well, if you have some references to Dr. Frankenstein. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it doesn't matter who we use as far as a Frankenstein goes. Because like you can say Dr. Frankenstein at any point in time, which is really awesome. And we can make the character our own version of Dr. Frankenstein. I'm just not entirely sure what would benefit the channel most as far as me playing a secondary role, a secondary character. Because if I'm going to play another character, I'd like it to be a reoccurring one. And I'd like it to be one that benefits the channel the most. I'm not quite sure someone in R&D, that might be one of them. Just kind of depends on how many videos would fit that.
Actually, that original script we had is actually really good.
Yeah. Like I didn't mind it. It needed some fine tuning, but like I didn't mind it at all. I thought that's the script that we were going to go with. And we've done original content that has done well. It just did well over time.
Yep.
An entire new universe and people both complaining and loving on it. In fact, I think I should probably take a quick look at that. So the shorts for onboarding a new universe.
Yeah.
The very last one, and that's probably because it took a couple months to get to, and it shows that like that was not a series that could withstand having months in between.
Yeah.
Part 1, 83,000. Part 2, 93,000. Every single, and these are shorts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 progressively get better. 4 is 416,000 views. Part 5, 102,000 views. So the onboarding did well until we had a point where we waited months. June, July, almost June, July, August. So August 12th, almost a month. Went from July 28th to August 12th. So a little less than a month. But like the views went from 100,000, 80 to 100,000, dropped all the way down to 23. The regular videos, the longer versions, part 6 and part 6.5 with bloopers, only did like 9,900, and then 5,000. So it was definitely one of those things that did better as shorts than it did as a long form. I forgot that I needed to make dinner.
I'll be ready with this in a second.
All right. So to everyone here, what we're going to do is as soon as he's ready, we'll do a cold read, and then I'll probably have to pop off. I love the Princess Bride characters, as does the world. The Princess Bride is one of those things that has stood the test of time. I think Chris is on rewrite number 9 by now. As much flack as I'm giving Chris knows that I've rewritten things a bunch of times too. I have stuff that has not been released specifically because I'm just not happy with it. And it may never be released because of that.
You gonna do dinner tonight?
I just sent you a message.
Well, I was already coming downstairs. What is it?
Can you make sure there's a pot clean, and can you I know, but can you clean the tray that's in the oven so I can cook the meatballs too? Actually, I think the meatballs are down here.
I think they are. So you're helping them up.
Okay.
1 second, Chris. What's up?
The pot we're going to use for spaghetti is clean.
Alright.
The spaghetti.
Yeah, we're gonna use a big pot.
We're going to use a big pot. We always do.
Alright.
And the tray, is it hard for you to clean yourself?
But if you clean it, I can immediately start cooking when I get upstairs.
You can also immediately start cooking after you take the fucking, 2 minutes to wipe down the pan.
Go on. Go upstairs and go clean the tray.
I fell down the stairs and I looked away in the heat.
Have Tobias clean the tray. And are you okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
Oh, the try to be down here, though.
Well, everything's closed, so.
Okay. The sketch is titled Predatribbles.
All right, let me see it. Oh, you mean pull it up? Oh.
Yeah. I got it here.
All right.
All right. So you can be Levi and Mandark.
Gotcha.
To start Napa. John, did you know there's only 54 of the Predators left? Seriously? Yeah. Crap. We need to add them to the endangered villains list. As much as I hate them, I won't be responsible for their extinction. This is a research document on how to make super warriors. Bring it to R&D. Have them invite the remaining Yautja in for an upgrade. Sure thing.
Napa, while you're down there, also file away this case study on tribble reproduction speed in the R&D library.
You got it. 1 week later. Napa, when's the last time we got a Predator call? Like a week ago, I think. I wonder if they're still out on R&D.
R&D, Mandark speaking.
How are the Yautja doing? Was the procedure successful? Any new abilities?
I mean, I guess you could say that.
They should have developed a mix of new powers like super strength and speed, telekinesis, elemental control, teleportation. Which ones are they manifesting most often?
John, I'm not sure what you're smoking, buddy, but tribble DNA only gives 1 power.
What? You mixed up my and Levi's files last week. Oops.
John, how bad is it? Oh, no.
Mandark, I'm putting you on speaker. So since the Predators were given tribble DNA and there were 54 of them, each reproducing themselves 10 times over every 12 hours, how many Yautja are there now?
That's going to take me a moment to calculate.
14 reproductions later, that's about 31 quadrillion, give or take. Mandark, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Napa, how the hell did you know that?
Yeah. You happen to be looking at the most decorated mathlete in Saiyan history. Book smarts?
Book smarts.
Mandark, can you turn the tribble reproduction genes off?
Yeah, of course there's a failsafe. I'm not an idiot.
Please do it now. But listen, there's no way their home planet can support that many inhabitants. They need a new home. Where are we going to put them? If we assume the population density of Earth, The interior surface of a ring world at about the distance of Earth's orbit from the sun could house more than 50 quadrillion inhabitants. Weren't you just complaining last week that no one's buying those anymore? Just give them one. I can't just give them a ring world. Then lend it to them and charge them rent and utilities. There are solutions to these problems, John. Okay, smart guy. Then how much would we need to charge them in rent each to pay for the ring world? $48.78 a month from each Yautja pays for Ring World every 3 months.
Dang it.
Sorry, Levi. If you want to beat me, you're going to have to do it as something else.
Did you seriously just quote Suits at me?
It's a good show. Who's your favorite character? I like Lewis.
That is the least surprising thing to come out of your mouth today, Nepa.
It's a much better sketch than when I forgot this one existed. That number's too low. Because according to ChatGPT, after 14 reproduction cycles, you'd have that's 11 triples to the 14th power. So basically, a triple reproduces every 12 hours. Each triple produces 10 new triples each cycle. That means each triple becomes 11 triples every 12 hours. So it's classic exponential growth. It's 10 times 11 to the 14th.
Don't look at me. He's the math guy.
Which times 10. So 11 to the 14th is 3 quadrillion, 138,000. Hold on, how many is that? 1,000 million billion. Yeah, 3 quadrillion, 138 trillion, 428 billion, 376,000. Wait, hold on. No, that's trillions. 3 trillion, 138 billion, 428 million, 376,721. Where do you get 1.79 from, Stephen Lockie? But the math is correct, right? It should be it's 11 to the 14th power is 11 things 14 times, right? And then you multiply it by 10. Somebody made a triple calculator.
No way.
Yeah.
That just use that.
I'm trying. Hold on. Oh, yeah, you have to compile it. Oh no, he's making a calculator triple, not doesn't actually calculate the triples.
Oh. We approved of your video appeal.
Yay!
For anyone who may not know, one of my biggest issues I've had on TikTok is like I will randomly get flagged for my content being unoriginal. My own content. This has included videos that I've uploaded from my phone, as well as, and this is the kicker, videos that TikTok tells me to repost. That is from a previous video that I reposted, or a previous video that I posted. And every time you get a violation,
Oh, hold on.
with your analytics and everything.
My math was based on 10 triples.
Yeah, there he goes. I mean, you could just say 10. But I feel like 10 is like, that's an extinct species at that point.
No. Yeah.
54 makes more sense.
169.5 trillion is what it would be.
So all we have to do is update that.
Yeah.
in this script. Honestly, your numbers could be wrong, but they can't have Nappa's numbers be wrong. Because otherwise somebody is going to point out that we just listened to Nappa and just believed him. So it would be much more impressive in the video if the numbers were correct. I also feel like the start of this video should be a predator call.
Probably, yeah.
So
That's a good point.
Wall, show me.
You know what? I got a buddy who's a math major. Hold on. Are you going to do a math problem for me? Question mark. Can you do a math problem for me? Question mark. Imagine that I have 54 tribbles.
Just use the line from Star
Each of
Trek.
which asexually reproduces 10 more of themselves every 12 hours. How many would I have after 14 reproductions? Question mark.
So, Steven, if we make Nappa incorrect, it makes like 4 other skits that we have planned completely moot. So Nappa does need to be smart in this one. Because this is one of the skits that I've been putting, like, the reason why I
All
haven't
the
done
people in
some
my
of
live chat while I'm working on this sketch are telling me my math is wrong.
That's funny. But Nappa needs to be correct for the other skits to like make sense.
Yeah.
Because we have other things of like, oh yeah, Nappa's this character. Like Levi says, calling us out. Yeah, we're gonna call you out. You called us out, specifically him and his math ability. I didn't question either of you. I'm not. Hey, I would love to have Chris's back. This is math. I'm like, good luck.
I can't do it either. So
Chris counts like this with his fingers in the super counting thing. Show it off.
this reminds me of the scenes in season 3 of the Orville when the chief engineer and the new Chilean chief of security start hooking up, and every time they do it, he like breaks his femur.
Yeah. I remember that. I love the Orville. I can't wait until season 4 comes out.
I don't think it is. Do they renew it?
I could have swore I read something that they were filming it this year. The wiki says there's
Oh, damn. Production would start in early 2025.
yeah.
It's not an official announcement, but it comes from the guy who plays Gordon Malloy.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I really enjoy that show.
Yeah. So we need the start of the script to be a very super quick, less than 30 seconds, you're screwed type of phone call. And then Nappa going, there's only 54 of them left or whatever. You know, your original line that you have.
Yeah.
And then you're going, oh shit, I need to put them on the endangered list, because this
Yeah.
plays into the fact of like, oh crap, they've been dying too much.
What would be
why don't we just reference Doom?
reference what?
Why don't we just reference Doom Guy again?
Doom Guy?
We have both done the Predators versus Doom, right? And there was a joke that was present in both videos and even the repost, Doom Guy would continue to hunt them until they're extinct. So
that's it right there.
it doesn't need to be starting with me.
No, it'll just be me. This is the excuse to redo the Predator versus Chuck Norris video where it's like, he's not under your bed.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, I like that idea because we start out with that and then it moves into this, so it makes this a much longer video. Because then you get a part 1, part 2 type of deal. You build it up to that other one. And it can even be.
I'm going to mention Doom Guy also.
Yeah, and it can literally be a throwaway line, between Doom Guy and Chuck. Steven over here, the math whiz. We'll get the number. We'll make sure it's correct. Fallout Jack, we haven't actually talked to Doom Guy. It's not what we've done. We've talked to the Predators and realized what was going on. Then again, we've also talked to a shark. Your suspension of disbelief has to be very large for us in some videos. Which is ironic considering we called out Devil May Cry. But somehow we make it work. I like Orville. I'm fine with the shark. You're fine with the shark, but you're not okay. But that's yeah. Oh goodness. All right, to everyone here, I really need to
give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Okay.
2 minutes.
Okay. Just for the record, everyone, I'm going to blame Chris when my kids yell at me. How long is the cycles? I believe it's 12-hour cycles. Levi on the phone with Isabella trying to talk Doom Guy down. Yeah. That video did relatively well, too.
Okay, so here's the opening. No, Chuck Norris is not under your bed. No, neither is Doom Guy. I know Doom Guy said he would extinct your species, and Chuck said you would never be safe, but we have trackers on both of them, and neither of them are anywhere near your home world. You're safe. Yes, you're safe. I promise. Okay, sleep well. Yeah. I love you too. Oh my God, it's every night with them now. Nightmares about Chuck Norris and Doom Guy. Oh, and Napa goes, John, did you know there's only 54 of the Predators left? I like John just going, yeah. I love you too. You know, like,
and you're gonna have to have that pause of like you don't want to say it. It's like,
yeah.
I love you too. All right, Steven, you have a good night. Take care, Jeremy. But yeah, we're wrapping down and closing out.
Yeah. Okay. So that works. So that is a great way to lead into it.
I'm gonna be eating dinner pretty late tonight.
Cool. Okay. Well, I'm gonna record John and Nappa's lines here.
Okay.
And then and then you can do Mandark's voice reasonably well.
What?
You were pretty good at Mandark's voice, I thought.
I didn't even hold on. I don't even remember what he sounded like. I just did a random. Excuse me, sir, but may I please read? Oh yeah, it's just a nerdy height. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Maybe watch our YouTube clip just to get it straight, but you can totally do the voice.
Yeah. And if not, we can always reach out to Josh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you know, like. All right.
It's that nasally kind of voice.
Yeah.
You just kind of put it in the nasal.
Do your good night thing.
All right. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Remember to take it one step. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Remember to take it one breath, one step, one day at a time. I wish you all peace of mind, serenity of body and spirit, and harmony among others. And until the winds blow your sails our way again, have an Acme Day.
Have an Acme Day is a product of villain. Having an Acme Day will eventually to build your account. Have an Acme Day.
Remember, have an Acme Day simply means to have the best day you possibly can.
Night, everybody.
Guys.